Alright guys, welcome to round number 5. We're 4-0 in our league. We weren't able to test out Ferromacaba yet, but the rest of the deck's still looking pretty good, as it always does. Let's see what we're gonna meet here in the last round. I'm having my breakfast on the sideway here. And let's see if we can make it a thirst trophy for this season. Despite being pretty successful with Grixis, our 2 trophies here we accomplished with Jeskai Tempo. Let's see, what I can't even remember what we played against, therefore I'm not actually sure. If our Jeskai list would have had good or bad matchups. So apparently the system cannot find anyone else with a 4-0 score, otherwise they would have been faster. Right now, Currivore, Wild Beast, Pietro. So Sneaky Pete is basically our arch enemy. We've never won against him, whereas against all the others, Lesplasian and all these. Now, Bacadega, I think we do have like an even score, it should be like 2-2 or something. But Lesplasian, we won 100% of our matches, and well, some of these, of course, I cannot remember. But, against Sneaky Pete, we never won in all of our leagues. Most of the time, it's the dude that's coming in at a 4-1 or 5-0, like during the last round, and just comboing us out. Artem Putin, interesting name, and interesting hand as well. Our opponent's also on mulligan. I mean, yeah, it's also mulligan. On the draw, this is better hand. Don't want to be greedy here in the face of our team. Yeah, I want to put that to the top. Of course, we don't know what our opponent's playing. Obviously a deck that Jace is not really good against. So we're fetching for 3 here in order to terminate in... Doesn't look like we wanted to have these cards right now. At least it's a cool matchup for round 5. No matter if we... Alright, so he's going straight up for the combo kill here. That's probably what he was thinking about, like... Come on. Scrying 2 lands to the bottom. Drawing another land. So next turn we deploy the Jace. Play fetch lands. If he does have another Devoted Druid, then we'll probably straight up lose. What's going on, man? if we can get rid of the noble hierarchy, like the devoted druid forced us to, you know, make the play here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like okay, I found a white source anyway. Probably off the top. Let's have a look first. What it does have. There still is anything important in his hand. Why is he taking so long with every decision here? So again, we do have a lot of really good cards on our sideboard for the matchup, but we need to be more careful than we were against Laplacian. Because we need to outvalue these types of decks, and that's really difficult to do, to be honest. Jace helps though. Cord and a Walking Ballista. So we actually need to take the Walking Ballista here. 3 without a second land, another land. He cannot Cord for Witness in order to protect our Jace. Otherwise, he can just go Ballista, kill the Jace. So we're gonna go with this. Play the Jace. And then have a look at what he does. So he has 2 options in his turn. Either he taps everything in order to Cord. Alright. That's an interesting play. And that makes it easier. Our decision here. So what we're going to do here is we cannot fetch for 3. Let's see. We need to terminate probably going to fetch for red here. Terminate the knight, keep up a logic knot. Could also terminate the devoted druid. Which one's more important? But we are going to terminate, no matter what. So we could of course also just wait here. And block the knight next turn. Do something then. Yep, Feudal Throne is a good card. So I expect him to fetch a land with a knight. Then he has 3 green sources. Then he gonna go 3. Can he then do something with the druid? What happens if we just kill the knight here? Then we just kill the knight. Is he gonna core here for 1? Alright, so what he could be doing here is activating the Gavin Township during his turn in order to kill our Jace. Could of course just go for Court of Calling. Now he's actually going for the township activation. Yeah, so we're just gonna lose our Jace here, which of course is unfortunate, but just blocking here with Snapcaster Mage also doesn't make sense. So I think in this particular case, want to kill the township. This thing, like how many times can he? I think he can actually use shit. I think he could be coring for 1 in response if he wanted to, but then he would probably sacrifice his Devoted Druid, right? 3 activations of -1, -1. We need to get rid of the township before they untap. Okay, he's not even trying it. Alright. So if he draws a chord, goes for the combo, then of course. Okay, Harak. So we can beat this board. We can. Taking 3 damage here. Not the biggest problem. Don't necessarily want to fetch, but still better to thin our deck out and have an additional source in the graveyard. Yeah, Colgan's Command and Double Bolt. This is what we needed. Could Colgan's Command and Noble Hierarch here. Get back the Jace, play the Jace. Then we're gonna block if they do attack. Hopefully they didn't find anything. But they did. Something good, something really good. A chord. Chord for 2. Scavenging Ooze. Yep, that is good as well. So we're going to discard the Logic Knot here, because they do have a lot of mana and we need to somehow kill the Scavenging Ooze. So again, he can generate 3 mana here. I think I'm just going to go with Zero Visions. So that he activates and then we bolt it. It's not pretty, it's not great. But this way we at least one green. So he cannot. Can he untap? Then he would just straight up die here, right? So he only generates 1 mana. If we kill this here, and that way Scavenging Ooze cannot grow beyond being a 3/3. I think this is the smartest way for us to do this. Okay, so everything worked out fine. We're gonna keep Snapcaster back as protection and hope that he doesn't find Ronas. Ronas is insanely strong against us, and there's no way we get rid of it without a cryptic command. He definitely doesn't want to attack here. I don't know what he would be thinking about it, because we were okay. There's a cryptic command that does help. So he can only attack if there's something else that has PO4 greater, and Noble Hierarch triggers only if it attacks. So by that time, Ronas cannot attack anymore. So we would need to pump it twice, and then he could attack. But then we would just bounce it in response and draw a card, and hopefully draw another counter spell, and then kill it on the way back, or a discard spell, something like that. Okay, so this is a counter. And this is a counter bounce. If we counter bounce, then he cannot replay it this turn, but we're also not leaving us with a lot of options here. I think we just counter draw right first, because if we draw a discard spell, we can still flashback the cryptic with Jace. Okay, Germinate isn't bad. Okay, that's a counter spell. Not yet there, but we are getting there. We're taking a lot of time again. 2 minutes behind our opponent, but there's just a lot of things that we have to consider. Okay, now we actively have something that can put pressure on him. And I mean, he could block here and then just pump a thing. So now we're actually attacking. Don't hope that it will bite us. Oh, come on, it can't be true. Fucking shit. So obviously he wants to attack with the Ronas. We're gonna terminate it here in response before it receives 4 damage. and then I'm just gonna cycle this away because I do not know how exactly if it needs to remain into play or if it's just control another. Like I would argue that it was remains into play, but all right, there we go. All right. Come on, man. Return and draw card. Turn and draw. And we can even do the cheaper version here. Just doing that. And passing the turn. So Ronas is gone as well. Yeah, I think they are still playing like collected company. Bird, sure. Not the most threatening of cards. Okay, Nimble Obstruction is not the worst. I still don't want to attack here. I'm always trading the Snapcaster Mage for a Noble Hierarch here, just because we're so much lower on life. Scavenging Ooze is our personal bane. Talus Tracker. Yep, can't do anything against that. He does have Field of Ruin as an activation, therefore I'm not gonna Nimble here. Should have actually. Another Jace. Well, that makes it somewhat easy. Just gonna Lightning Bolt the tracker, then we're gonna counter the Field of Ruin activation in order for him to not draw an additional card and maybe get out of this situation. Also, this, you know, constrains his mana a little bit. And in case we draw another bolt, I'm just gonna fetch it this way. Yeah, we need to hurry up. All right. Tar Pit, Snapcaster, good draws. Now we're gonna go to the face. Hopefully can get rid of the Thoughtseize next turn. Really don't want to have it. Devoted Druid, so a lot of mana sources here. Nothing that we really care for. Taking one a turn, we can even raise that. This one goes to the bin. We're actually not too far behind our opponent. It's not like the other game that we played. So we're gonna do this. Gonna put up this. Then attack. We're gonna take a hit by the Noble Hierarch, but not by the Devoted Druid. I'm not gonna let that happen. Gonna kill the Devoted Druid and and just keep attacking with Snapcaster Mages. Because Devoted Druid, you know, if there's a way we lose this, it's certainly gonna be Devoted Druid. Let's see. Counter target spell, draw card. Alright. The one that's flying. And then we attack for 7 here. And next turn we can kill him. We do have Logic Not Up as a contingency plan. And then we should be up again. Kurz davor das erste zu gewinnen. Also es ist immer best of 3. So he's deliberating whether or not he wants to block here, because he knows that he's gonna die next turn. And we've taken, you know, all of the cards of our opponent. Thanks so much. We've got external support in order to go 5-0 here. Getting the drinks brought to our tables. And yeah, so the last time I was in this very situation, I lost against his second Ballista. Alright, so this will just spell his death. It's a good draw by opponent though. And now we can just forfeit here. We're up a game. So let's see. As always, I actually think Thoughtseize might be a little bit too heavy here. Very Macabre, not the worst, not the best. They are a combo deck after all. Probably need this. This is the 11 cards we boarded last time as well, right? So they are also playing Company and Court of Calling. Liliana of the Veil. Actually, Liliana isn't that bad in this matchup. They are playing a little bit different from what Laplazian was doing. I'm gonna cut a little bit here, the usual. But I do want to have more, generally speaking, I do want to have more value in our deck than we did last time. So this is 64. There's still way too many. Thoughtseize is gonna go. Probably won't fulminate a mage. There's only one card that we really want to kill in his land base, and if we have one Field of Ruin and one fulminated mage, that's probably okay. And then one Dispel. Alright. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We can beat anything and anyone at any given time. And we do have the cushion of the first victory here. So let's see. Damn it. That's a hand that could lose us a game. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this. I think that's too slow. That one on top. And then try to find a removal spell. Alright. Him not having a mana source turn 1, indicating that he either boarded real heavily, has always 3 drops in hand, or that he is banking on the combo to get through. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. Amazing. Amazing. Yep, and there's the Vizier. Fetch for it here. Vizier shouldn't be able, like this way around, other way around would be more threatening, but this way around it doesn't seem like he does have the Druid. Or he has 2 Viziers and just 1 Druid, and he wants to protect the Druid. Either way, we're just gonna play up the Jace here and see what he does. We could, of course, like if he's missing a land drop here, we're actively going after his lands. Like we have basically 3 Fulminator activations here without flashing back. Man. Are you? No, okay. Like I was already being curious here. Yeah, alright. Our draws are not really cooperating with us. But anyhow, we're gonna get rid of the Duskwatch Recruiter here first. Because that generates value. Sure. This one goes to the bin here, and then let's see if they have a Baloth or a Luxodon Smiter. Just plains this card. Okay. Quarter South Crewfix. Eternal Witness. That's actually pretty good. Eternal Witness is a good card to have here. Just for the sake of it, I assume. So let's see. Could of course just get rid of the Field of Ruin, but don't yet think that that's worth it. We could also just go after a temple here. But that's also not really doing anything. Okay, so he had a lot of lands, and we're gonna go and look for additional. Fuck my life. Okay, Knight is gonna be a problem. They do have a lot of cards in their graveyard. Oh, the last card was a company in his hands. Interesting. Oh, Walking Ballista. So he wants to get rid of OJs. Gonna shoot it down. Okay. That's actually something that is pretty good. So we have 2 options here. Like the obvious one is just going after the Walking Ballista here. And then let him have the other one is where you go after the Courser, kill the Courser, but that will let him pump the Walking Ballista and then kill our Liliana. And I think we want to value our Liliana as much as we possibly can here. So this way, even if we're being attacked by the Courser, she's going to survive with 1 life. And we can also get back the Jace if we need to. Okay, so now he gets value out of the Courser, but I don't think there's really any way we play around this. And there's Knight. At least, like the good thing here is that we need to find value here. Phyrexian Scriptures would be really good. What's going on with all these lands? Okay, killing the cursor before they can just draw out of it. What the fuck is going on? Oh shit, yeah, he's going for a governing township. Oh damn it. Yeah, that was my mistake. That was my mistake. That was bad. Alright, now this way we can actually lose this. And he even found a knight. Alright. That was not well played by me. Fetching away the knight, that's interesting. Where are all these? Shit's coming from? So the only one, well, Terminate is also a good draw. Of course. I think we need to get rid of the God Township here. It does even have a Field of Ruin, so we just die next turn. See what we find here. The Scorpion God. Is there still a chance for us to not lose this next turn? That's even a Court of Calling. Man, fuck this shit. Das hier werde ich verlieren, ne? Aber dann steht es 1-1. Haben wir immer noch eine Chance für das dritte.
Okay. Ich bin mal eben kurz in die Stadt, ne?
Alles klar, alles klar. Yeah, we're taking it here because we need the redraws and we cannot afford for the Scorpion God to die here. Was Resurgence, yes. Okay, we can set up our draws at least. Can get rid of the boys. We need to do it in our turn though. No, I don't think there's anything that we can do here. Alright guys, it's gonna be a nail biter again. We certainly didn't draw that well. Or drew well in that particular game. Don't want to have Dispel. We need value. We need value. Probably gonna go with the third Jace again. just to draw into stuff. One fairy. That way at least we can make combats awkward for the knight. Okay. This is a keep. With 7 minutes 35. A lot of removal spells. Okay, no play by him again. Then we're just gonna go with the Jace here. So maybe even cut all the 1 mana. Like, I've not seen any dorks last game. Alright. That is not a big deal to us. We are gonna get rid of it now, sooner than later here. Also Spellsglide, I mean, why are you bringing that in against a Kolaghan's command deck, right? Oh, there's a Scorpion God. Ooh. Bolt. No. Collective Brutality. Just because we need to discard something for it to be good. Alright, Bojuka Bog, sure. Good. Good. Going for red source here, then we're all set. Yeah, probably. Oh, man, this is a tough one. But we want to deploy the Scorpion God next turn. It doesn't have white mana yet, so not scared. Of a path to exile yet. And I also do think they have a hard time with bouncing stuff and creatures. Okay. Yeah, this way, of course, we're just gonna deploy the Scorpion God here. Then we could lose to the combo, right? So we're not gonna do that. For X and Scriptures. Discarding a Lightning Bolt. Our opponent must be like, okay, why is he discarding all these, you know, really good cards? But we just don't want to get comboed out, and then Phyrexian Scriptures, then Scorpion God, and then we should be able to get there. Awkward playing here, since we discarded the Cryptic Command, he would have to assume that we did in fact have more things. Okay, I'm gonna kill the Talus Tracker before it generates value. And for the Devoted Druid, we're gonna see first what's gonna happen. This is also like we're basically baiting him a little bit to extend into the board here. And the Jace flips next turn, so we can also Lightning Bolt the Devoted Druid. Don't have to terminate it because we have to be a little bit careful with our terminates. So he's courting here. For 2. Oh no 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 no! Oh my god, I forgot about it. Can I even interact now? I should have done it in response. Fuck, I fucked it up, guys. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Oh my god, that's so bad. Great. Yeah, I super fucked it up. Just fucked it up. My god, is that bad? I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I knew what was gonna happen. I talked through it. Man. We're in such a commanding position here. Would have never in his life won this. And he already has a Walking Ballista in hand. And it's just gonna kill us. Damn it. Yep. Good play by me, good play. Good motherfucking play. We did have everything. I should have thrown the Scorpion God to the graveyard. I misplayed this on multiple levels. I was just being too greedy. What the fuck is he doing here? Playing around with Logic Knot? But you don't need 14 more mana. Dude, you either have it or you don't. What's going on here? Yeah, guys, so I'm really sorry about, I don't know why, like always in the last game of the last round, I start fucking it up. Like, we were in such a good position, there was no way we were gonna lose this. Jace on the board, they didn't have a single creature with 3 removal spells, and I just let Court of Calling resolve. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, maybe he's just, you know, just having joy here. Wants to make a 50-50 or 100-100 ballista, or I don't actually know. But he cored already. He accompanied twice. Unbelievable. But I mean, he has to be confident. Otherwise, he wouldn't waste 2 or 3 minutes here. Guess that he already has the required mana, the required cards in hand. Shall I? Now he's gonna pump everything so that we die next turn. Then yeah, I mean, this wouldn't even be a problem. Like, if this was a damnation, then we would still be in good shape. But of course, I mean, this is not going to work out. So now our last chance is to really time him out. Maybe P and Kiranlar. Each of these are lethal. Oh, sure. Yep, I fucked it up. Sad, sad, sad. Unbelievable. All right, guys. Yeah, so the other rounds were really good, and the first game of this round was good as well, and then I started making mistakes, and that cost us the 5-0. Hope you enjoyed it anyway, and see you around.